Hello friends, and a very warm welcome to the first episode of the Black Box Show. And you know what? We have with us none other than our CEO, Mr. Sanjeev Verma. Sanjeev, welcome to the show. Sanjeev obviously needs no introduction. He is the Executive Director and the Global CEO and the champion who has a vision to take Black Box to even higher heights. So, welcome to the show, Sanjeev.
Thanks, Neelam. Thanks.
So Sanjeev, let's start with hearing a little from you about your vision for Black Box.
My vision for Black Box has been consistent over the last many years. And of course, we want to be a dominant player in the IT space. We want to be trusted by our customers locally and globally. More importantly, we are focused on accelerating customers' business. So I think our mission and vision to be a partner of choice, to be trusted global solution integrator for our global 2000 customers, I think remains very consistent from where we started. I think we are driving ourselves in that direction going forward even more with more belief, more importantly with more behavior now.
But Sanjeev, would you like to share or touch upon a few more detailed aspects about the role that Black Box plays in the technology evolution of our customers and how we are different or unique and contributing to the customer's digital journey?
I think technology, as we understand, is a fairly large space, right? And I think in that universe of technology, Black Box is focused on the digital infrastructure space, right? So we focus on building digital infrastructure for our customers worldwide. To keep it in simple parlance, we provide the digital highway on which the applications for tomorrow will move, right? So if you do not have that highway, we do not have that network, we do not have infrastructure, I think we would not be able to get the experience to the end users. So I think that's our focus. Within that, of course, we have specific areas of operations. For example, we are strong on the data center build out. We are strong on networks, both wired and wireless. We focus on collaborations from multimedia to voice collaborations to our customer experience. And then of course, we want to encompass the landscape of all this infrastructure with a layer of security, managed security through our various security operations center that we have, right? So I think, so that's our space. I believe we are differentiated. One, of course, in the space we operate in digital infrastructure, we are among very few that are present in 6 continents. So we are operating worldwide. We have 35 offices where we operate from. So we are able to serve a customer in the markets we operate. And also in the markets that we don't operate, if a customer wants to get served, we have ability to deliver and support a customer. We are focused on creating competitive advantage by having highly skilled workforce, right? Which again, if you've heard, we're building a global skill pool. So we recently opened up a center in Bangalore as well that supports our customers. We are very strong on our focus on industry verticals. So we are strong in financial sector. We have very many customers in the healthcare space. So we bring in some industry expertise. So a combination of our network of operations, the presence, a combination of our global 2000 customers where which we support and we learn from. Added to that, our ability to serve locally and globally, and our relentless focus on creating capabilities for tomorrow. I believe if you add this up, I believe we are in good stead to be building a more robust, high growth organization going forward.
Absolutely. Sanjeev, with a fair amount of the, or to some extent, the economic downturn that seems to be upon us, and obviously some of this is also affecting the technology roadmaps that the customers are architecting, how do you foresee the role that the technology specialists in the organization would help craft this path and also address and help the customers stay ahead? So I think a little on this.
That's a reality. I think we are a little uncertain about the economic situation over the last several quarters now, right? And I think, so I look at it in 2 ways. One, of course, what percentage of our business would be considered as discretionary spend by customers, and therefore if they have uncertainty, they wouldn't want to spend. Fortunately for Black Box, a large part of our spend of the customer spend that we serve is actually non-discretionary. Those are lights on spend with respect to having a network in place or having tools to collaborate with its within the employees and on outside, provide cyber security, which definitely is no more discretionary at this time. So I think as much we remain cautious of the economic situation, I think we still remain confident that with respect to our growth, right? With the fact that a large part of our service to our customers falls under non-discretionary. We also feel confident at the back of the order book that we have been gaining over the last several quarters. So we have a very, very strong order book that we've had over the last several quarters. We expect at least going forward, I don't see that softening in our space. But as I said, we ought to be cautious. I know customers are wanting to get more from less. Our ability now to do hybrid support both locally and globally, our ability to serve these customers in many markets that they operate gives us some scale, and we are able to pass those benefits to our customers. So, but I think in summary, I think there is an economic situation that we are cautious about. We continue to support the non-discretionary spend of our customers, and surely, of course, the customers wants to get more from less. But with our network of presence, with our ability to serve locally and globally, I think we are able to meet the customer's requirement to be able to make sure that they are able to run their business in a more optimized manner while we continue to support their business.
Absolutely. Sanjeev, let's discuss a little on the current acquisitions or the recent acquisitions that Black Box has undertaken. And we're aware that a lot of thought has gone behind, right? So whether it be the solution-specific organizations that you'll have seen, which will augment Black Box's journey in giving or delivering solutions to our customers. So do you want to just touch a little upon the kind of the journey that we've been able to augment across various markets with the acquisitions that we have done, and how do we see this going forward from here?
Yes, I think I've stated before that our growth has two engines. One, of course, organic growth, and we have been growing organically for the last several years in double digits. We expect to continue to keep the momentum on the organic side. Having said that, we also want to continue to pursue inorganic growth for Black Box, and I think we continue to be an acquisitive company, but we are prudent to see that it should add value to our stakeholders, our customers, our people, and of course, our vendor partners as well. So to that extent, we look at acquiring either for a geography expansion or adding a capability. Acquiring Dragonfly in Australia was largely bringing in cybersecurity element into our fold. They came up with good skills, and that has added. We have taken that business now globally, and very recently we acquired quite a few customers in North America at the back of our cybersecurity business. Our recent acquisition of GSN was largely to see that we are able to serve our customers in the customer experience space, the CX space, both from on-prem and cloud. So that's our focus on getting towards the cloud side. So we continue to look at either bringing a capability or adding some scale. So moving forward, we will continue to see if some markets are subscale, what do we need to acquire? If we are able to add certain capability or add certain revenues or get certain customers or even skill sets. Sometimes it gives us good skill sets, sales teams. So I think our strategy will remain to grow organically strongly, and of course to be able to use the inorganic route appropriately to drive our 3-year strategic journey going forward.
That's interesting. So Sanjeev, if we were to look at, say, any two solutions or any two technologies that you as a solution integrator would like to keep your customers ahead of the curve, would that be around security and networking, and how do you foresee that market panning out for?
So I think one, of course, what I'm seeing over the next several years, at least until the turn of this decade, that this is the decade for digital infrastructure. So the need for enhanced capability on the network side, or a resilient network, or a secured network is extremely important going forward at the back of hyper edge applications like AI, machine language that's coming in will require the capability or the capacity of the infrastructure to be increased. It's required that our expectations are to be more resilient network, we never fail kind of network, and of course it requires that we feel secured about what we are doing on the network or through the network on our applications, right? With the expectation that the edge devices will become more hyper, that will have more and more things to do at the edge, which is our devices, which are mobile phones or laptops or iPads otherwise. I think it gives us a reason to believe that we will see hyper growth in the areas of building data center infrastructure, network infrastructure, both wired, wireless, software defined, and now of course 5G or private wireless coming in, and we need to secure that. And I think black box, those are three strong pillars of growth for black box, and we're seeing massive amount of engagement with customers happening, both large cloud providers or even larger enterprises. So I think I see that as hyper growth. Our other businesses, although growing, are transformative. So we expect our collaboration or CX to be more application led, more cloud led, and we're doing that. But I think clearly with the applications of tomorrow, with AI and generative AI, with machine language, with robotics coming in, you need to have an enhanced capacity on the network, more resilient, more secured infrastructure.
Yeah.
And I think black box is very well positioned to take that opportunity over the next several years to disproportionately grow from where we are.
Yes.
And be a partner of choice in building that infrastructure for our clients worldwide.
That's interesting and very relevant from a customer standpoint. I also see, and even as marketing is what I have seen, that we are now getting more in front of the customer. So whether they be any industry platforms or industry events where we know or where we are sure our customers are going to be there, and I've heard you speak at the recent events as well, the AI show, the execs in the know. Would you want to share what kind of experience that you got a feel from the ground directly in terms of knowing what the customer is seeking and how are they looking at black box as a solution provider for them?
Of course, we will be starting to participate in more industry forums going forward. So you can expect black box to be more visible than before. I think both at industry forums or through our social media channels, or otherwise meeting our customers. So whatever forums is relevant for us, you will see that. So I think it allows us an opportunity to have ears to the ground. It allows me personally, if I were to travel and meet some customers, to be able to listen to them as to what their challenges are, because I think as a solution integrator, I think it's important for us to be able to understand what their business needs are, to be able to accelerate their business. So of course, yes, more recently I had a chance to be in one of the forums where I had, with over 20 odd C-level executives on the CX side, and I think we had a very good discussion of what is the future of CX with respect to how AI will play a role in that, right? Of how can they, improve their brand affinity with their customers, how they will bring the recall, and I think lots of activity in that space is going to happen. The expectation for consumers from the brand has dramatically changed over the last 2 decades. Many years ago, I think a consumer used to be calling the brand. Today, they expect the brand to be reaching out to the consumer, right? So that's a dramatic shift, to be able to do that. I think black box is well positioned. We have a very, very strong understanding of the customer experience, contact center. As you would know, we have built some of the largest contact center technologies and supporting some customers in the world. We are also aware that there is going to be a change in how customers or end users are going to be served now. So I think a collaboration with our customers, understanding their needs, bringing in the right partnership, bringing the right technology helps us. So I think we'll continue to see more and more in this customer experience space, network space, the data center space, or whatever space we are. We can expect black box to be seen and discussing at various forums going forward.
Wow, that's really heartening to know and to see the vision that you have for black box. One important question which I'd like you to touch upon also, or give your insights on, where and how do you see the role of the black box solution architects team, our sales guys? How are you looking at them being able to be more confident and take your vision forward? So, any message that you would like to give them?
I think our solution architects and of course our sales executives and account managers and leaders are at the forefront of evangelizing what black box stands for. So clearly that's a very, very important role. Not to say that our other teams, our solution delivery team are any less important. They of course deliver the quality that is promised and committed by our sales and solution architects. So I think it will remain extremely important for us. And I think as we start to engage more, collaborate more, now we see a large part of our teams are globally spread out. We have teams and leaders in various geographies. They collaborate, and therefore we are creating a consistent theme among our selling groups and our solutions groups and our service delivery groups of what black box stands for. Clearly we understand the opportunity ahead of us. We also understand that the world is much more connected at this time.
Yes.
So therefore a brand in America operates in India, operates in the Middle East, operates everywhere. So there is a need to be able to serve a customer not in one but many markets, and that's clearly an advantage for black box sales or solution architects or even service delivery leaders to be able to support that and learn from that. The scale grows. We are expecting to increase our share of wallet from our customers, and therefore I think it's important for our solution architect to be able to understand the customer's business, understand the verticalization of our solutions, that how it serves, and I see it playing a very important role. And we continue to invest in talent, in technologies, in training, and I think those will continue to happen more and more as we go forward from where we are to be able to doubling our revenues over the next few years. So
that's some real good insights, And Sanjeev, before I let you go, just like to understand, can you just share with us any insight that you have in the last week, fortnight or month that gave you a spring in your step to say, wow, this is the black box that I was envisaging? Any thought?
I get that all the time. Right? It's not about last week or this week, but the last week or so we have been planning for a very important strategic meet.
Yes.
In Mumbai, so our teams were busy, and I think our collaboration, our ideas that come across, sometimes it comes not from only from the leaders. So yeah, so I think when I travel or meet a customer, I'm with a salesperson or a solution architects. We have amazing people in black box. I think they can do much more. My job is to create a platform for them to thrive and to be able to create solutions and innovations that helps accelerate customers' business, because customers keep us in our business. Sure. So I think I get amazed and happy and sometimes surprised to see our own strengths of our own people each time I travel, whether it's in India or Australia or Singapore or Dubai or US, it doesn't really matter. So I remain always excited at the possibility of where black box is today, but more importantly about the potential that black box has that will possibly achieve over the next few years' time.
Wow, and that truly amazes you, or that continues to amaze you still.
That continues to give me energy to move forward.
That's amazing. Sanjeev, is there anything else you want to share with us on a lighter note that you think our people are going to be very enthused about?
Well, I think I look at organizations from a perspective of what I call high energy, and I think I wanted to create black box as a high energy organization. I think and I want to make sure that I keep that energy going and it can touch as many people as I can within this organization. Yes. And of course outside the organization, my vendor partners, right? Yeah. And I think it's all about how you think, it's all about the belief, but more importantly it's also how about behave, right? And I think becoming is an outcome. So I think I just want people to believe what's coming over the next few years' time. It's a good time overall for what the black box does. Have the right behavior, both internally and externally, to support our customers. We will become what we have to become at some point of time, and I think we are an aspirational company, and we want to be an aspirational company.
That's amazing. Sanjeev, thank you so much.
Thank you
for sharing your insights and giving us your valuable time. Truly appreciate it.
Thanks, Neelam.
Thank you.